Hey guys, I'm just getting set up here. Thank you so much for joining me and welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to my live stream on Twin Flames Q&A. Getting your twin flame questions talked about and answered, and also pulling some angel cards for you guys as well. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my email notifications here. Hi, Raven. Hi, SR Khan. Hi, Chrissy. Just send me a message if you guys can hear me well. Hi, Vanya. Hi, Raven. I'm great. Thank you so much for asking. I've actually had a great week with my friend who is here visiting from DC for the week, and we've had a fabulous time so far. So it's been hard working with your best friend here, but I'm making it work somehow. Thank you so much. Thanks for letting me know, you guys, that I am live and it's actually working. Hi, Trina. Hi, Whitney. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. So I have some announcements to make, and I know you guys are still coming online, and there's a lot of people still coming online. So please forgive me if I repeat this information a couple of times or 3 times maybe throughout the live feed. But this is my book, of course. Some of you have read it. Some of you are in the middle of reading it. Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love. Hi, Debbie. And hi, is it Daviel? Daviel, hi, yay. So what I'm offering for you guys, if you book a reading with me for this week, or just book it this week, it could be for next week or the week after. If you book a twin flame reading with me this week, and there's the 60-minute reading and the 90-minute reading. The 60-minute reading is $175, the 90-minute reading is $250. And if you book it this week, I'm going to send you an author-signed copy of Twin Flame Romance. Now, if you already have a copy of Twin Flame Romance in paperback and you don't want one if you book a reading, I will also, you can choose. I'll send you Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy. But in addition to the paperback copy for booking a reading with me this week, so you'll get a paperback signed copy sent to your home. In the United States, if you do live outside of the U.S., I will ask you to pay for shipping, just shipping. I'll pay for the book, but pay for shipping. But in addition to that, if you book a reading with me for this week or next week, but book it this week, I will give you the copy of Twin Flame Romance, signed, sent to your home. In addition to that, I will give you a promo code for a free Audible book copy of Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy. So that's if you book a Twin Flame reading with me this week, you'll get a paperback and an Audible copy, one of the Twin Flame Romance book and the Audible copy of Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy. They really do go hand in hand because, of course, you know that there's a lot of healing that takes place both for you and your twin during this journey. And also, I wanted to mention that if you are reading Twin Flame Romance and you got it off of Amazon, either in Kindle or in a paperback copy, and if you leave a review on Amazon, so you're reading it, you bought it off Amazon, you leave a review on Amazon, either format, I will go ahead and email me, and I will go ahead and send you a promo code to download the Audible version of Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy, just to say thank you for leaving a review for the book. There you go. So, hello, Jeremance84. Hello to Slor. Hello to Marilyn. And let's see who else is there that I didn't say hi to yet. Okay, I think I said hi to everybody so far. Yay! Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. I'm going to be actually doing this live stream event every Tuesday now that I'm in town. Sometimes I go out of town, but every single Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, I'm going to be doing this live stream for Twin Flames. Yay! So, it looks like, oh, also what I wanted to ask you guys before I start in with the questions, and it looks like Marilyn has a question or a comment or something. So I'm going to read that in a minute. But if you guys have video topics that you would like to see addressed on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, if you guys could just, you know, send them along. You can put them in this chat during the chat and I'll try to catch them. But you can also email them to me at michellefondinauthor@gmail.com, michellefondinauthor@gmail.com. And you can also do your reading request can also go to michellefondinauthor@gmail.com, and please put angel reading request in the subject line so I know. Okay, so let's see. Marilyn said, my twin wants to date other women. We work in the same space. I want to cry. I'm mad. I'm jealous. I'm hurt. I wish I could disconnect. I don't know what to do. It's too hard. I'm so sorry, Marilyn. I know, I really, really, really do know how hard that is. It's like, I can't even imagine. Honestly, I can't even imagine it. But I do know that it is actually fairly common on this journey. And the best advice that I can give to you, Marilyn, is to let your twin go. Let your twin do what he needs to do. Let him do what he needs to do. That is the most loving thing we can do. That is the best thing we can do. That is the most unconditionally loving thing that we can do. And I know, as hard as it is and how impossible as it is to even fathom that, to even be able to like process something like that. But that is actually what we're learning to do on this journey. So Marilyn, I'm going to pick a card for you and your twin and just see what your angels and guides want you to know about you and your twin, like the energy and space that's happening right now between you and your twin. Marilyn, if you could just, I'm not going to say it out loud, but if you could just write down and send me the name of your twin so I can ask accurately. And so we're doing this, we're pulling a card for Marilyn and her twin. Okay, so what does Marilyn need to know? Okay, I got it. Thank you so much, Marilyn. What does Marilyn need to know about her and her twin flame? Okay, so this is actually a good card. It's actually really, really good. This is the 10 of Winter. The 10 of Winter is like the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Winter is about overcoming obstacles, overcoming difficulties, the end of a very difficult situation. So really, Marilyn, what this is about, what this card is typically about, it's about somebody overcoming karma. Somebody overcoming a karmic situation that has been weighing them down. Someone learning from their lessons, overcoming. It's the end of something that they need to learn. And what's great about endings is that it also marks the beginning of something. So what this means, Marilyn, is that your twin has some stuff that he needs to learn. And by dating other women, it's something that he's getting over his karma, if you will. So obviously the best thing that you can learn from this situation is just to like back up and let him learn the karmic lesson that he needs to learn. As unfortunate as much as it hurts, I understand that. I totally get how much that hurts. It's awful. But it is something definitely that you need to learn. Okay, so it looks like Whitney is having some... Okay, so you guys, one thing that I just need to tell you is that if I know that sometimes like this is such an emotional situation, like everything in the twin flame journey can be super duper emotional. Totally get it. YouTube will hold comments and they will gray out the comments. You're welcome, Marilyn. YouTube will gray out the comments if you use swear words. So I won't get to see your comments. Okay, so Whitney says her twin had her plan their wedding and then he dumped her last week. Okay, so one thing, Whitney, that I really want you to know and to think about, and this goes for everybody, you guys, it is really super duper duper common for twins to come together in reunion and then to split up again. And sometimes that happens 3 to 4 times before they ultimately come together. So especially if it happened fast, especially if the reunion happened really fast and then the twin was like, okay, hey, you know, we have to get married now or next week or in 2 weeks or in 3 weeks. Like, it's just something that has to happen. We need to do this. We need to be together. If it happened really fast and there wasn't a lot of, I guess, contemplative delay in the situation, that sometimes that was like, how do you say, that was almost like a false reunion. Then separation needed to happen again, and then it'll come back together, and you know, you guys will come back together into reunion. But Whitney, could you please send me the name of your twin so I'm gonna pull a card for you guys, okay? So please, okay, so all right, so Gavaria, hello and welcome. And hello to, who else did I want to say hello to? There was a couple other people that joined, and I wanted to say hello, Teresa. Hi, welcome. So, Whitney, I'm going to pick a card for you. If you could go ahead and just write down, and I won't say it out loud, but your twin's name, if you could. All right, so somebody, hold on. Daviel said, okay, so, Daviel, okay, so sometimes, okay, so the really personal questions that are really super duper specific to your situation, I don't generally answer them in a general reading format just because there's a lot of times, let's just put it this way, a lot of times in a personal story, there are too many pieces to the puzzle that need to be uncovered. So a really detailed personal response is usually best in a private reading. So I just don't want to, my angels are urging me not to pick one card for your situation, Daviel. It's more like it's a really complicated situation, so it needs more attention, if you will. So that's why they're telling me. Okay, so all right, here we go. Okay, Whitney, I don't know your twin's name, so let me, if you're interested, I will pull a card for you. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so for Whitney, this is the Queen of Summer. So the Queen of Summer is the woman who is very loving, kind, and compassionate, and she wears her heart on her sleeve. Now, the only thing about the Queen of Summer, this is like the Queen of Water or the Queen of Cups. The only thing is that she has a tendency to take care of everybody else, and she forgets sometimes to take care of herself. So if this resonates with you, if this is kind of what's going on right now, where you're so busy taking care of everybody else and you're so busy like catering to everybody else's needs and you're really taking care, and you know, one of the things is that, here's one of the things. One of the things is that Whitney did say, my twin had me plan the wedding, okay? So that's very much a Queen of Summer energy. It's the woman, it's the feminine energy, that nurturing, caring, compassionate energy that is so willing to do anything and everything to give to everybody else and to give to the situation. that she has a hard time learning how to receive and being open to that receiving energy, but creating that balance, to recreate that balance. And so, Whitney, what I believe your angels are saying is that for you to recreate that balance, get used to receiving and be more open to receiving rather than having the scales imbalanced as far as giving more than you are actually receiving. Okay, so Whitney did address, I like that. Okay, a video about, a video about, I like that. The divine masculine that isn't acting so divine. Okay, DM not acting divine. I like that. That's kind of a cute idea. Okay. So, Daviel said, Daviel, could you do me, okay, so, Daviel, could you do me a favor and, private message me? So, michellefondinauthor@gmail.com. michellefondinauthor@gmail.com. Okay. All right, so, hi, Gypsy Rose. Okay, so I just wanted to address one thing that was addressed, and that is, and I was pausing because there were so many messages that came through, and I was like trying to read them all. One thing that Winnie did mention, but it was mentioned a couple other times too, and the thing that was mentioned is, why is the twin flame journey so incredibly painful? So in my book, in this book, Twin Flame Romance, I actually do address that. I address it in great depth, and I address it in great detail. It's super duper detailed. Has anybody who's watching this live stream, has anybody read the book yet? If you have, let me know, because I do actually go into real detail on why that is. But let me let you know that a twin flame relationship is not the only type of relationship that brings about incredible pain. Okay? There are a lot of different types of relationships, romantic relationships, that actually bring incredible pain. So, yes, it happens in a twin flame relationship. Yes, it is more intense. It seems like it's more concentrated, right? Where a painful relationship, like if you're in an abusive relationship, or as I mentioned, if you're in a relationship with an alcoholic or addict, I mean, those relationships are painful. And a lot of times people are trapped, if you will, in those relationships because they have children. They are not the breadwinner, or in an emotionally abusive relationship, or they are in a physically abusive relationship. Again, there are a lot of different scenarios where relationships are not all rosy. So it's not unique to the twin flame journey. But in the book, I really do explain the why. I explain the why, and it's really, really long to explain here. So I would say definitely. Hi, Shell. Okay, so Shell, yeah, that's really funny. Okay, so one thing I'm going to, hi, Tommy. Thank you so much for reading too. Yeah. What I want to say about that, Shell, honestly, let me just tell you this. It doesn't matter if you are open to reading the book and open to reading all the concepts or listening to all the concepts on the twin flame journey. You've got to remember, and this is for everybody, you've got to remember that the divine feminine and the divine masculine are at different levels of development in the trajectory, in the grand scheme of things. So what you may be ready to read and understand and grasp as a concept, your twin may not be ready to grasp those same concepts. Now, that does not mean that they won't be able to grasp those concepts. It doesn't mean that. It just means that they're not ready to grasp the concepts yet. So it probably has absolutely nothing to do with with the fact that like they're not interested or they really don't want to learn about it. It's just that they might not be ready. It's kind of like, okay, just think of like when you're in ninth grade and you take algebra, you're just not ready to understand calculus. I still don't understand calculus. I don't think I could ever understand calculus. But it's kind of the same thing, is that your twin just might not be ready to be able to experience that as knowledge or a message. So, okay, hold on. I wanted to address somebody's. Okay, so Debbie said, okay, Debbie said a card would be greatly appreciated since I've seen him last. My energy has been so low. He flew up for my birthday for 24 hours. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, Debbie, what is your twin's name? Hello, Rel Doria. Hello. And hello, Freaky Girl 26. Welcome. So I am pulling a card for Debbie. I'm trying to find your question, Debbie. Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you so much. All right. So Debbie, oh, you know what, Debbie? You know what? I'm going to pick, I am going to pick this is the Archangel Power Tarot cards. I'm going to pick a power card for you. Power card. You're going to feel powerful after all of this. Like all of you guys are going to feel more powerful. I have a feeling that there's a little bit of a ripple effect of panicky energy going on today. So we're going to clear that for you guys. We're going to ask Archangel Michael to come in right now to all of you guys. Archangel Michael, please come in right now. And with your sword of light, please cut all the cords of fear, cut all the cords of negativity, cut all the cords of depression, cut all the cords of just feeling low in low energy. So Archangel Michael, please do that for everybody who is with us today. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, you're welcome. All right, so this is for everybody that resonates with this card, and this is the Leap of Faith. So I picked this for Debbie, but this really will resonate with a lot of you out there. So this is the Leap of Faith card. This is the first card in the tarot deck. This is the Dreamer card, if you will. I don't know what it is in actual tarot, maybe the Fool card, I don't know. But this is the Dreamer card. So this is really beautiful. So this is Leap of Faith, and what this is the number 0, which indicates that God is watching. God has a hand in what is going on. The portal is open. It's time to walk through. It says, believe in yourself, listen to your heart, and do what gives you joy. This is the card, honestly, you guys, this is the card of infinite possibilities, unbounded creativity. It is about embracing infinite possibilities, and it's about believing that God is in charge. God's in charge. No one else is in charge but God, you guys. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's see. This is okay, so Raven says, Michelle, this is a completely different than twin flames, but can your energy have a domino effect around us where if we are going through a lot of changes, then in turn disrupts the energy around? Yes. One thing you guys have to remember, and I write about this in the book as well, one thing that you guys have to remember, well, I'm going to take this in two-part answer, if you will. We are light workers. We are light workers. So as such, we are empaths. Most of us have very strong energy fields. And So that is why ascension is so important. It's so important that we get out of our egos, meaning that we have an ego, but we transcend the ego so that we become the masters of the ego and not vice versa. Okay. So that's what these lessons are all about. It's about transcending the ego. And so that we can live from our higher spiritual selves, so that we're not constantly living in shame, guilt, fear, depression, like the lower types of energies. Now, that doesn't mean that you won't have momentary lapses into those energies, but because you are so powerful as a light worker, yes, indeed, you can affect the people around you very easily, much more so than those who are not light workers. That's the first part of the question. The second part of the question, which actually it's funny because I'm almost done recording the audiobook for Twin Flame Romance. And the chapter that I was editing today, I was talking about how your energy affects your twin. So if you have been infused in lower energies because you lack faith, because what card did we just pick? Leap of faith, right? It's if you lack faith, then of course your twin is going to feel that lower energy. So we have to be like really careful about the energy that we decide to stay in, because remember, it's a decision. You're going to feel your feelings. It's okay to feel your feelings, but it's your deciding factor as to whether or not you're going to stay in that energy. So that is how we decide. It's like, would you like to stay in that energy? You have the choice. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, so I saw someone. Okay, hello, Tommy. Okay, so thank you so much for reading, first and foremost. It says, in your book, you write about fully embodying either the masculine or feminine energy, whichever we are. I'm honestly confused as to which I am. I am definitely the more sensitive one, but I am the male. Hey, Tommy, that's so cool. That's awesome. So a lot of men embody the feminine energy or the divine feminine energy, and that's totally cool. What it is I mentioned in the book is that it has nothing to do whether or not you're a masculine man, nothing to do with that. It has to do with like the energetic match with your twin. So if you feel that you're kind of the more sensitive one, or you're the more spiritually enlightened one right now in the couple, or right now with the energetic match with your twin, or that you're learning spiritual concepts faster because you're more sensitive, you're more intuitive, you're more enlightened, you're more open to the ideas of what this twin flame journey is about, then it's likely that in the couple, you are the more of the divine feminine, which is totally okay, because you could be a totally masculine dude and embrace and feel like, oh, okay, I feel like with the energy with my twin, I am the more I'm the more feminine energy, and then my twin must be more of the divine masculine energy. And again, if your twin is a female, it doesn't matter, because it's just that your twin is just embodying more of that energy. Because remember, the way you guys come together is once you have that polarity that helps you guys get together. Did I answer that for you? I'm hoping I did. Let me know. Okay. Okay, cool. So awesome. Yeah. Okay. So Tommy, yeah, I mean, it just kind of embraced that part of you for this. Yeah, excellent. Yeah. Embrace that part of you just for this journey. And then sometimes it will flip flop. So let me just give you an example. Like my twin is a man. I mean, he's definitely a man. I mean, man, but he does embody a little bit more of the feminine energy. Just in general, like he's very sensitive, he's very intuitive. But in our connection, I'm definitely the divine feminine, he's definitely the divine masculine. I believe that the longer we're together, that might flip-flop. Like that might flip because he does have a more gentle nature. He really does. So it said, okay, okay, not spiritual enough. Hello. Is it possible for the divine masculine to be the one who is much older? Yeah, it doesn't matter. What I have talked about on this channel is that it's common in the third wave of twin flames, which I believe I channel for the third wave of twin flames. And if you're not sure what that is, I do talk about it in the book as well. I believe I channel for the third wave. And so as I channel for the third wave, most of the third wavers have the divine masculine as a younger, like usually an age spread of like 8 to 12 years. That's usually, and they're usually around, so they're usually anywhere between like, let's say 25 and 35 years old or 36 years old. And then the divine feminine is usually between like 35 and 45, but that's, you know what I mean? That's like a typical kind of mix. So, but it doesn't mean that everybody is that way. It's what you need to learn in your connection. That's it. All right. So Shell said something, okay, so yeah, Shell's healing journey said that they're also confused about the energy, the feminine or masculine energy. And thank you so much for giving the book a shout out. Okay. But you want to know if a certain person, okay, is your twin, and I don't typically do that in a online an online forum like this. Honestly, Shell's healing journey. I asked you to email me first and foremost, and about getting a reading. But also, here's the thing, you guys. Let me just say something. I'm just going to put this out there into the universe, honestly, because I know a lot of you are saying that you want to get a reading, but the prices are kind of high. I totally get that. I do get it. I will do a 30-minute reading for a lesser price, or 30 to 35-minute reading for a lesser price. If that's something you're interested in, I said email me. That would be great. The thing is, you might not get the full spectrum of the reading. I understand that everybody is in a different financial situation, and let me just tell you this. I was a single mom for 10 years. I mean, I'm still a single mom, but now I'm doing things different. My kids are a little bit older. But I was a single mom for 10 years, and I owned my own business, and I struggled financially for a really, 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 really long time. Here's what I know about angels and God is that if you are in need of something to help you heal on your journey, when you pray for it, it will come. So to that end, like, I had to see certain medical specialists that were holistic in nature because regular medical doctors did not work for me. And so I would pray about it, and I felt that if I paid for example, a medical specialist who was a naturopath or integrative healthcare specialist, and I had to pay out of pocket, I would much rather do that than go to like 10 different specialists to find out what was wrong with me, and they wouldn't be able to have that solution. In the same vein, on my spiritual journey, I'm the one who was paying. I was paying once a year for a reading at $250 or $300 a reading because I wanted to go to someone who was really good, who was going to answer my questions to help me get on my life path. So I totally get it. I totally get that everyone's in a different financial situation. But honestly, if you can shave off, years of turmoil on your life because you have a coach to help you get on your right life path, it's well worth the money. It's well worth it. So yeah, I totally get it. Okay, so let's see. Hi, Pamela. How are you? And I'm not saying that, honestly, you guys, I'm not saying that to toot my own horn or something like that. I'm just saying that to give you guys a little bit of perspective, okay? So it's not, and like I said, I get it. I lived at poverty level most of my adult life because I was a single mom. I raised 3 kids by myself. Okay, so hello, KJ. Hello, Pamela. Hello, Shyamala. For how many years maximum can twins be in separation before union occurs? I really don't know the answer to that question. I know of twins that have been separated for 6 to 10 years and maybe more. But I really, I don't know the answer to that. I'm really sorry. Okay, so thank you. I'm doing great, Pamela. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, got it. Okay, so Teresa's saying that, okay, Teresa says that I understand that twin flames don't have to be together in the 3D. Okay, and I'm not going to give the rest of your story, Teresa, because that might be private, and I just don't want to, like, reveal it to the world. So here's what I believe, okay? Here's what I believe, and here's what I've channeled from my angels and guides. And this is actually in the book too. I personally believe that when God created us, and he created us to be twin flames in this lifetime, that he actually created us for union. Okay? That is what I believe. That is what I teach, and that's what I preach. Okay? Now, obviously, some situations are a lot more complicated than others. And so there's that facet. But God and you and your twin, you guys have already worked out every obstacle that you have in order to get into reunion. You've already worked all that out, okay? What your lessons are is to have faith, have full faith in God that this is going to come to pass, to not wait to live your life. You're going to be living your life, but God is going to work out the details. To work on your spiritual development, to work on getting over your karma, to work on transcending the ego, like all of that is your homework. And in the book, I do talk about like all the homework that you need to do in order to prepare yourself. Okay, but the reunion is up to God. The reunion is up to God, okay? Now, here is another thing that I write about. I write about that some twin flames will abandon the journey. Okay, some will. Some will get fed up, some will not have faith, and some will abandon the journey. But that too was already written in your destiny, meaning that God knew that you would abandon the journey. Okay, so are twin flames meant to be together? Yes. Are twin flames meant to heal? Yes. I don't believe that God just did this as some like cruel experiment. Okay, I don't believe that, because here's the thing. Yes, up to a certain point, we have to learn and grow on our own. Up to a certain point, we have to learn and grow on our own. But then after that, more of the learning and growing is going to happen when you are in reunion with your twin. So that's kind of the next stage. That's the next step. Okay. All right. So let's see. All right. Hello, Lashin from Atlanta. How are you? Thank you, Rel Doria, for giving a shout out for my personal readings. I so appreciate that. Thank you. Hi, Sunburst of Love. Are we allowed to ask questions about our divine masculine? I do not do, I do general questions in this general reading. I don't do specifics. Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay. All right. Let me see I'm looking for, I saw something earlier. Okay, Sarah said, I know, Sarah, I'm sorry, I saw your message earlier. I'm struggling with the concept of moving on for myself without giving up on the connection. Any tips? Oh my gosh, Sarah, thank you for that question. It's such a good question. It's such a good question, because I think everyone that comes through the point of growth and then gets to the end of their growth, meaning like they have found themselves in self-love. They have found themselves in transcending the ego. They have found themselves working out their karma. And so at that point, at which many of you are, at that point, you realize, okay, I've done my self-work. I've transcended the ego. I have done what I need to do. Now I need to live my life. I need to not hold back and live my life, but I still love my twin. I still want to be with my twin. But I really need to go forward with my life. I can't just sit around and wait. Okay? So here is my advice for those of you that are at that point, because I'm at that point too. So you need to live your life. Okay? You need to live your life, but still pray for your twin. Still send them healing energy. Still say to God and the angels, I know that you said that I'm supposed to be with this person. I know you said that this person is my twin and that reunion is imminent. So I am going to let you guys go to work, angels and guides and God the Father. I'm going to let you guys go to work on getting us into reunion. Meanwhile, I'm going to go over here and live my life, passion, and purpose. So that's really how you do juggle that. So, all right. So I saw, and I hope that helped. Steve said, my twin is 19 years younger than me. I'm a gay male. He has the masculine energy. I'm in denial about being gay, so it is a double whammy for me. Okay, Steve, I am going to pull a card for you. Let's see. What does Steve need to know to stay in his personal power? What does Steve... No, so, Steve, I am taking it that you were heterosexual up until now? Is that the case? But let's go ahead and... here we go. Steve, we are going to pull this card for you. There we go. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, so it's the Page of Ariel. So Steve, what I believe this is saying is that, yeah, you are definitely embodying some divine feminine energy, which is awesome. This divine feminine energy that you are embracing in yourself is going to help you find your true self and also your true passion and purpose, which in turn is going to help you create more abundance in your life. And it's not about for you, and this is a reading for Steve and anyone who resonates with this. This is not about you necessarily being straight or gay or whatever. That's not what this is about. It's about you embracing who you are inside to be able to create abundance and manifestation in your life. And this is saying, Steve, this is saying that that's happening for you. That's happening for you. So you're on the right path. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So Lashin said, met my twin 5 years ago while doing charity work, and he walked up to me and he said he felt a strong connection to me. This is the same man that I saw in my dream 10 years prior while I was married to my ex. Wow, that is pretty darn cool. That's a cool meeting. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so anybody else have like general questions? Okay. There we go. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and Divine Masculine Energy for Libra season. Did you actually, Slor, did you read the, did you view I did a twin flame reading for this week. as Libra season is starting. Okay, R-A-H-C, Rock, right? Rock. Okay, yeah, awesome. Okay, so Rock, I'm going to pull a card for you as well. What? Oh, and for the Divine Masculine. I am going to, Rock, since I do it for the couple, let me pull for the couple, okay? So Rock and Divine Masculine together. Okay, here we go. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is for the two of you, Rock and your Divine Masculine. It's beautiful, right? It's the Queen of Water. Queen of Raphael, Queen of Water. This is so funny. This is the second time it's actually come up, right? It's about the nurturing, compassionate, empathetic energy, heightened intuition, greater psychic awareness, about nurturing and compassion, a very like a very love connection, but it's more about like heightened intuition that's coming together. Okay. Not Spiritual Enough says, do you believe everyone has a twin flame? I don't believe everyone has a twin flame in this incarnation. I don't, because not everyone is spiritually developed enough to have a twin flame on earth now. Okay, that doesn't mean that they don't have a twin flame in heaven helping them out. Okay, because that's usually the way it works. You only incarnate together when you've reached a certain level of spiritual development to be able to handle it, right? Because as everyone has been saying throughout this whole darn thing, is that this is not an easy journey. This is super duper hard, okay? Sunburst of Love says, how do you deal with ghosting? I sent my DM a deep text and he just stopped talking to me. Welcome to the club, Sunburst of Love. That has happened to all of us. Every single one of us. That has happened to all of us. You're very welcome, Rob. Send your twin flame love. Send your twin flame love. I'm sorry that happens to me. Totally does. My twin gets freaked out at the littlest sign of anything. Gets freaked out and runs like crazy. And it's very, very, very common. It's a very common thing. Just send them love. Send yourself some love. Send yourself some loving, healing compassion. Okay? And that's what your twin needs too. Your twin needs some love and compassion too. Okay? All right. Let's see. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so Rock said, and this is really common too, Rock said, every time I think I'm over him, I get a sign. Yep. We get that too. Absolutely. We totally get that too. Steve said, how do you know if your twin is the feminine or masculine if it's a gay relationship? You can usually tell. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a rule of thumb. Who's running? Who's running most of the time? That's the divine masculine. Okay. Shyamala said, one message for all of us. Okay, let's give you guys all a message for this week. All of you guys. Woohoo! All of you guys get a message. There we go. Let's see what's happening. What can everyone take away from tonight's Q&A? Everyone take away. All right. Oh, that's so nice. Okay. Ace of Spring. The Ace of Spring is about new beginnings, new passionate energy. Okay? I am seeing this as you guys getting out of your funk for a lot of you, by starting and embracing a new passion and purpose, meaning that if there's a new business you wanted to start your business. If it's a new passion project you wanted to start your passion project. If it is changing a job and looking for a job that makes you feel more aligned with who you are, start that new job. If it's about writing your memoir or writing a book, write that book. So this is really about taking action, being fearless, and diving forward into your dreams, into the life of your dreams. Okay. Davial says, does the divine masculine run because they are not spiritually aware yet? They are, okay, so I'm just going to ask, Whitney, could you just, I'm just going to say it right here, and this goes for everybody. Just please, you guys, just taper down some of the, I don't like negativity on this channel, so I know a lot of you are hurting, but just keep the negativity to a minimum because everybody's going through something different, okay? Everybody's just going through something different. So, here's the divine masculine runs because of many different things. Now, I'm going to explain something to you that was explained to me. While you are the more, as a divine feminine, you are the more intuitive one who tends to see the bigger picture. Let's put it that way. I'm putting it in really layman's terms. The more intuitive one who sees the bigger picture. Okay? Remember, you are healing your childhood wounds. Your twin, divine masculine, is healing their childhood wounds. You're opening up to the whole grand perspective of life through unconditional love. Your divine masculine is actually taking all the garbage, all the karma, all the wounds from the past, and they are processing and kind of incinerating all that garbage. So even though it might seem like your divine masculine is doing nothing, they're just totally in the dark, that is not what's happening. They are going through their own personal hell. So it's really important that you stay compassionate to them because you don't understand what they're going through. Okay? So, yes. Okay, so Reldoria and Slor talked about journaling. And that is really something that I recommend in the beginning of the book. And it's something that I have always recommended on my YouTube channels. My YouTube channel in the Twin Flame videos is to journal to your twin and just journal in general. That's something that I've done since the very beginning. And it really, really, really helps. It totally helps with moving through the pain and the joy of this, because there is some joy, right? It's not all pain. There is some joy in this. So just keep that in perspective. It helps you to keep everything in perspective. So I wanted to, hi, Deborah Donaldson. So I wanted to just reiterate, and I said I would say this again during the live feed. We've got about 7 minutes left. So this week, if you book a reading with me this week, a twin flame reading, if you book the reading this week only, okay, I am going to send you a paperback copy of Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love. And if you already have this as a paperback, I will send you Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy in the paperback. And in addition to that, for booking the reading with me this week, I will also send you an Audible code, a free book, Audible book for Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy, in addition to the paperback of Twin Flame Romance signed and sent to you. And in addition to that, if you are reading Twin Flame Romance and if you have bought it off of Amazon and you leave a review, I will go ahead and send you a promo code to say thank you for leaving a review. I will send you a free promo code to Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy for the free Audible version of that. So Daviel says, if you don't end up with your twin flame, is it possible for either to live happily ever after with someone else? Yes, of course. Of course it is. So here's the thing. You are with your twin to learn lessons. Yes, you guys are intended to be together. If it becomes too difficult and you ask God to send you a soulmate relationship instead to be able to live with that soulmate relationship, then yeah, of course, of course, of course. When you are doing all this work to learn to live into unconditional love, the universe is not going to leave you empty-handed, right? You've done your work. It's really, really important that you know that you are worthy to receive. You are absolutely worthy to receive. Thank you so much, you guys, for everything. And thank you for, you know what? Thank you for, honestly, thank you for keeping this positive. Okay, so SR Khan 774 says, any advice on how to let go constant thoughts on separated divine masculine and focus on yourself and present day things? Meditation. Do some meditation. Now, meditation really, really helps you to stay in the present moment and also just stop and notice things. So you could even do this on your iPhone or whatever smartphone you have. Is in order to stay in the present moment, set a timer maybe for every hour, and like every hour on the hour, to remind you to stop and look around you, listen, and look out for the things that you're grateful for in this moment. So just like do that once, you know, one day, do it for 2 days in a row, do it for 3 days in a row. It really, really helps get you rooted in the present moment. Sending your twin blessings, like sending them prayers and blessings, and also just honestly giving yourself what you need. Don't hold back from yourself. Giving yourself what you need. Believe me, you guys, as a mother of 3, I had been so used to self-sacrificing, to doing everything for my kids and doing nothing for myself. Going out and buying clothes for my kids and never buying clothes for myself. So it's just really important that you're able to give back to yourself, and that, along with meditation, along with present moment awareness, really helps you get back into that mindset. Hello, Tiara. How are you? Julie says, okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, Steve. I really, really appreciate it. All right. I don't know, Tiara. I don't know if I quite understand your question. Yeah, I don't quite understand your question. Maybe you could elaborate. We've got like 2 minutes. Okay. All right, so let me just say this to you guys. So I am going to be posting more often now. A lot of you know that I shifted from working full-time, a full-time job, to doing this full-time. That's actually why I have more time to do personalized readings. I was holding off on doing as many personalized readings as I can do now because I was recording Twin Flame Romance on Audible, so the audiobook. It takes a ton of time to record the book as well as edit the audiobook. It takes a crazy amount of time to be able to do that. So I'm nearly to the end of that. So I'm nearly through editing the audiobook. And so every Tuesday night now, so every single Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time, set your calendars, I'm going to be doing the Twin Flame Q&A. On Sundays, I will be doing a Twin Flame reading, a generalized reading. And if you haven't viewed my Twin Flame reading for the week, go ahead and view it. I posted it on Sunday, September 29th. And that goes for the entire week. So that's what I'm going to be posting on Sundays, Tuesday nights, Q&A. After that, I'll be posting about 2 other twin flame videos per week. And again, if there is some sort of topic that you would like me to talk about on YouTube, go ahead and email me. Make it succinct though. Really long emails, I'm really not able to read the longer emails. I just don't have the time to be able to read all of them. But, just put like, new topic to talk about on YouTube, twin flames. It would be so great. Again, if you want to book a reading, email me at michellefondinauthor@gmail.com. And someone was asking, thank you so much, Tommy. Someone was asking about a shorter reading than the hour reading for 175. So I will do a 35-minute reading for 95. So, I mean, that's another option you guys can do in order to get all of your questions answered in a private reading. It typically does take about an hour. And that's just because that's just the nature of things. But honestly, it's well worth it. It's well worth it to get you guys onto your life path and purpose. We don't only talk about you and your twin. We also talk about getting you back into your personal power. So that's something that's super duper important, that you want to be powerful in your personal power, that quiet power, if you will. But thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for reading my twin flame book and giving me comments. And thanks so much for supporting each other and making this community. It's so amazing that we're all in this together. Remember to stay positive. Remember to keep the faith that you are not in control. God is in control. And if you can keep that perspective, it will help you so much more on this journey. So thank you so much, you guys, and have a great evening. Namaste.